Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to XTW King Kenneth 2019, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're at our main event. Becky Lynch, the World Women Champion, is in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, she will face Ronda Rousey for the Women World Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey and Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, they're in a car, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in a car, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, last week, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey had went to jail, ladies and gentlemen, because the women champion Becky Lynch had filed charges against Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, for assault, ladies and gentlemen. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, she's ready to get revenge, ladies and gentlemen. She's ready. She is hungry for the Women World Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, both women are in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, she do a right punch, ladies and gentlemen, to Becky Lynch. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, she do a left kick, ladies and gentlemen, to Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. But Ronda Rousey counters, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she do a right kick, ladies and gentlemen, to Ronda Rousey. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch, she gets on top of Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. Then she punches her with her right hand. Then she punches her with another right hand to the head. Then she punches her with another right hand to the head, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, she picks up Becky Lynch and she do some more drop, ladies and gentlemen, on Becky Lynch. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, she get Ronda Rousey by the back of the neck, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, she do a backwards DDT on Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it looked like the women champion Becky Lynch is trying to go for a cover. 1, 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, she picks up Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, and she throw her over the ring ropes, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey picks up Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen, she throws her to the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch, she picks up Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, by the back of the head, and ladies and gentlemen, she throws her to the ground, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she falls to the ground, ladies and gentlemen. And then Becky Lynch, she picks up Ronda Rousey off of the ground, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she do a belly-to-belly suplex, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she hits the car window, ladies and gentlemen. And it looked like Ronda Rousey is hurt. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, she get off the car, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she hits Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, with a car door, ladies and gentlemen. With a car door, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, she gets Becky Lynch by the back of the head. And ladies and gentlemen, she throws her to the ring post, ladies and gentlemen. And Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch is standing up, ladies and gentlemen. And Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, she do a right kick to Becky Lynch. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, she grabs Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. She grabs Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, she runs, ladies and gentlemen. She runs to the glass, ladies and gentlemen. And, ladies and gentlemen, she throws her through the glass, ladies and gentlemen. Ronda Rousey. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Ronda Rousey, she trying to put Becky Lynch back in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey is trying to go for the cover. 1, 2, 2 counts. Ladies and gentlemen, now ladies and gentlemen, both women are up, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen, Ronda is talking to Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen, look like Becky Lynch, look like she got something in her hand, it look like she got a crutch in her hand, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch, she get her crutches, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, she hit Ronda Rousey in the head, ladies and gentlemen, with her crutches, ladies and gentlemen. And, ladies and gentlemen, she hit her to the midsection. She hit her to the midsection, ladies and gentlemen. She hit her to the stomach, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, she hit her again with the crutches. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey picks up Becky Lynch and she slams her to the mat. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch, she gets up, ladies and gentlemen. She runs to the corner of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, she do a right elbow on Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey get kicked by Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, with a right kick, ladies and gentlemen. But, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey, she countered Becky Lynch, right kick. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey picks up Becky Lynch in mid-air, ladies and gentlemen, and she slams her to the mat. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey got Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, in her arm bar submission, ladies and gentlemen, will Becky Lynch tap out. Will she tap out, ladies and gentlemen, to Ronda Rousey? Will she tap out to Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen? Will she tap out to Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen? Look like Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. Look like she's trying to put pressure on Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Look like she's trying to put pressure on the right arm of Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch tap out. She tap out. She tap out to Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and a new women world champion, Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. This was an awesome match, ladies and gentlemen. This was an epic match, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching XTW King Kenneth 2019, ladies and gentlemen.